Popular AI-powered development environments built on top of Visual Studio Code are exposing developers to a new type of supply chain attack involving recommended extensions. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. Security researchers have found that IDEs such as Cursor, Windsurf, Google Antigravity, and Trae automatically recommend extensions that do not exist in the OpenVSX extension registry. This creates an opportunity for threat actors to register those missing extensions and distribute malicious code under trusted names. These IDEs are forked from Microsoft's VSCode, but cannot use the official Visual Studio Marketplace due to licensing restrictions. Instead, they rely on OpenVSX, an open-source alternative registry for VSCode compatible extensions. The issue stems from the way these forks inherit VSCode's built-in extension recommendations. The recommendations are hard-coded into configuration files and originally point to Microsoft's marketplace. When the same recommendations are used in OpenVSX-based IDEs, some of the referenced extensions simply do not exist. The recommendations appear in two main ways. In some cases, opening a specific file, such as an Azure pipeline configuration, triggers an extension suggestion. In others, the IDE detects software like PostgreSQL on the developer's system and recommends a related extension. When those extensions are missing from OpenVSX, the publisher namespaces remain unclaimed. That gap allows attackers to register the namespace themselves and upload a malicious extension that appears legitimate to users. Researchers warn that this attack vector is particularly dangerous because it exploits user trust. Developers tend to assume that extensions recommended directly by their IDE are safe and vetted, especially when tied to common workflows or enterprise technologies. The issue was disclosed to affected vendors in late 2025. Cursor addressed the vulnerability quickly by updating its extension recommendation handling. Google removed multiple problematic recommendations from its IDE and later marked the issue as resolved. Windsurf has not publicly responded. To prevent real-world exploitation, researchers proactively claimed several vulnerable extension namespaces and uploaded non-functional placeholder extensions. These placeholders do nothing but block attackers from using the names for malicious purposes. In parallel, coordination took place with the OpenVSX registry operator to verify remaining namespaces, remove unauthorized contributors, and introduce registry-level safeguards. So far, there is no evidence that attackers exploited this weakness before it was identified and mitigated. However, the incident highlights a broader risk in modern developer tooling. As AI-assisted IDEs continue to grow in popularity, inherited trust mechanisms and automated recommendations can quietly introduce supply chain exposure if not carefully audited. Developers using forked IDEs are advised to manually verify extension publishers, review permissions closely, and avoid installing extensions solely based on automated recommendations. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a 56 TB fully air, gapped, and immutable Veeam backup and disaster recovery appliance, half price. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Subscribe for more cybersecurity news. Thank you for watching.